Good afternoon. My name is Kimmy Walter. I am a second-year member of the Honey FFA, and I am currently serving in the office of reporter. I am speaking on behalf of the Honey FFA. Our chapter is committed to opposing any expansion of the Pinyon Canyon Maneuver Site. We believe this will be detrimental to our school and our community. In our county, I am also involved with 4-H and am currently the Trinidad Roundup Association Senior Rodeo Committee. I was raised to be fully dedicated to each and every activity that I take part in. I learned good dedication and work skills from my dad and grandpa. I have lived on a ranch in Thatcher, Colorado all my life. Our family ranch borders the Pinyon Canyon Maneuver Site. If the Army does take the land that has been proposed, it will be the second time they have taken my grandfather's land. Also, if they take school sections or state land, my grandpa owns a few pieces of this property, which will split up the ranch and pretty much take out my grandpa's ranch. I sat down with my grandpa and asked him to tell me the story of the place where my aunts raised their 4-H rabbits and where my dad rode down his bike down the big hill with his cousin, and this is what my grandpa had to say. In 1976, they moved below the radar tower located by Thatcher, Colorado. They ran cattle and owned a wood-cutting operation where they sold firewood and cedar chips for landscaping. Business was running great until the Army decided they wanted to take the land. When my grandpa went back to the bank to take out a small business loan, he was honest and told the banker that the Army wanted to take the land. Due to this, the bank did not grant my grandfather the loan he asked for, so my grandparents made do with what little money they had. The federal marshal was sent in by the Army to tell my grandparents that they had to stop the sawmill business. The products that my grandpa had already chopped and was ready to sell could not be sold. It had to lie in the same spot, untouched. My grandparents had to sell all the cows they had, and they were never treated fairly. Following the Army taking my grandparents' land, my grandpa was forced to file for bankruptcy. They lost everything. My dad and aunt were forced out of the Honey school system and had to change into a new school environment. It was hard on my aunt because it was her senior year at Honey, and she did not get to graduate with her friends. When you take a child, or anybody for that matter, from a place where they have been all their lives, then you take all they have. They have to move somewhere else and start all over with their lives. They have to leave old friends behind and make new friends. Imagine yourself being forced to leave everything you have known all your life. Would you want to start all over at a new location? To me, this would be a very hard thing to do. It took years for my grandparents to get built back up, and now the Army is coming back to take what my family and I have accomplished. My grandpa and grandma had a lot of memories on the old place, and when they moved to where my family, my grandpa and I live now, they had many hard times, but they overcame them. My grandma passed away March 8, 2007, but she left behind all the memories that we will cherish forever. The memories that were made in Thatcher, Colorado. My grandparents started a wonderful life of hard work and determination that has been passed down to me. If I did not grow up on the ranch, I probably wouldn't be as dedicated to everything I do. When a child has been on a ranch their whole life, they learn a lot. But if they have to be moved to a new place, there's a chance that they will lose everything. My grandpa's land borders the Army, and there are some spots of land that is not used for training, grazing, or anything else. Granted, some places you cannot take machinery on, but since they do not let ranchers graze the grass is untouched and causes a big fire danger. People are trying to make it look like those who oppose the expansion of Pinyon Canyon are unpatriotic. My family is extremely patriotic. There have been many members of my family who have served in the military since the Civil War. We also have a cousin who has recently served in the war that our country is in now. People who have served would never dream that their family land would be taken so unfairly. My roots are buried on the family ranch, and so many other people in this room with us today have roots that are buried somewhere too. We don't want our roots dug up and replanted somewhere else. People's ranches are their lives, and they have been built from years of blood, sweat, and tears. It is our sincere hope that the state will not allow any of the land to be sold or leased for the expansion of the Pinyon Canyon Maneuver Site. We request passage of House Bill number 1317. Thank you for your time and patience.